G'day, this is Jim from Living Life Now. Today I'm talking about our port stop in Civitavecchia. Civitavecchia is Italy's home port, and it's the gateway into Rome. Rome, the eternal city. Now we're there in July 10th I believe, and that's peak tourist season again, and the temperature will be warm. There's summer, so expect high 20s to low 30s. Now we arrived there at 6 o'clock in the morning and we depart at 7 p.m, so we've got 13 hours of cruise, so more than enough time to get to Rome. Sunrise that day is at 5:44 and the sunset is at 8:46. And Rome is a relatively safe place for tourists, and the usual safety protocols apply. Now Civitavecchia is a large port. There's 8 cruise terminals. It is about 80 kilometres northwest of Rome, and depending on your mode of transport, it could take up to an hour and a half to 40 minutes, or 40 minutes to an hour and a half. So we have a few options there depending on how you like to explore, whether you want to self-explore, whether you're on a budget, whether you want tours, organised tours, or your prestige type vehicles. So I'll just lay them out and we'll explore those options. Now rail is a very good option here, a very good budget option and a very good self-explore option. There's shuttles available from the port to the train station, and then a short walk will get you to the train station. Now once you're at the train station, trains run every 30 minutes. Now the train will take you between 40 minutes and an hour and 20, depending on what train you get, whether it's all stops or express. Now, once you're on the train, there's a couple of train stations. Roma Ostens, I think, is the central station, and then there's Roma San Pietro, which is closer to the Vatican. Now, once you're in Rome, it's an ideal walking city. If you walk 10 kilometres in Rome, you'll see most of the sights. So for guided tours, there's quite a few options. Princess has a good range here. There's the best of Rome, there's the ultimate Rome, there's Rome on your own, there's the highlights of Rome, there's easy Rome. So depending on your needs, definitely something there for everyone. Obviously the ultimate Rome has lunch included and comes at that higher price point. And all will require some level of mobility through the cobblestones, the stairs and the like. So lots of options there. Now the third part is there's a prestige option. You can hire a car, a 6-seater car for $2,000, and of course that has its benefits, but yeah, it is quite expensive, and I think eventually you've got to walk into a lot of these places anyway to really feel them. But yeah, prestige car is definitely an option if you're in that price range. So for Linda and I, we're going highlights in Rome on your own. We found out that it's a 9.5 hour trip, so it's an hour and a half bus, and then it takes you to the highlights of Rome, Trevi Fountain, Colosseum. In 2019, we're in Rome for 3 days, so we saw a lot. But what appealed to this tour was that you have 3 hours to self-explore. So, and it drops you at St. Peter's and you get those 3 hours from there. So last time we were there, we didn't see St. Peter's Square and Vatican City. So we want to kind of explore some of the places around there. So yeah, the highlights and Rome on your own kind of suited us. So that's the one we chose. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thank you.